NEIWAI is a pioneer and champion in the movement for Chinese female empowerment and body inclusivity. NEIWAI's mission is to make solution wear for modern women, specializing in comfortable lingerie, lounge, and activewear with an emphasis on tech and innovation. And since 2012, NEIWAI has expanded its online and offline presence, now boasting 140 stores in China and expanding to markets such as Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia. So welcome to Singapore again, and thanks for having this conversation. NEIWAI's message on redefining beauty standards is a much needed one, especially in Asia, where traditional notion of what is considered as beautiful is passed down from generations to generations of women. Xiaolu, could you share what was your experience like growing up with the idea that women needed to look a certain way, and what led you to start specifically NEIWAI?
I think that's 10 years ago that the whole lingerie market in China was quite traditional, that all the brands emphasizes on sexy, on the so-called sexy style, which give women a lot of pressure, how to have a perfect body. So that's where NEIWAI started, because we feel that lingerie is closest to your heart and the closest to your body. So that's why I just want to create a lingerie brand which only that from the women's perspective, and we only care about how women feel. I think that's most modern women needs in their daily life. So that's where NEIWAI started. So NEIWAI is actually creating creating a lifestyle brand which can free both women's body and mind. And we encourage them to look into themselves and to find a true self.
You have gathered a huge followers base in China, and most importantly, resonance around your brand message. Understand you're looking to expand in this part of the world. Could you share about NEIWAI's plans in this region, and how do you think consumer behaviors might differ here from China, and will your marketing strategy change?
I think because these are Asian markets, so something is universal. For example, the modern women, they want some high quality fabric. They also want the aesthetics of the design. I think these parts are quite universal. But for the new market, we definitely need a new marketing strategy because of different culture, different values. But I think all the women are looking for a more freer style, and also we can see the trend of activewear in this market. When I walk on the streets in Singapore during the weekends, we see that all the women are wearing activewear as the athleisure. I think that's a global trend, no matter it's in China, in US, in Singapore. So I think that's pretty interesting because we're tapping into this new category.
Given your plans to expand your business in Southeast Asia into various markets, how are you thinking about building your team to run these various markets?
Since we're expanding to the Southeast Asian market, we're going to set up our HQ in Singapore. So we're definitely welcome all the like-minded talents, especially in retail operation, in branding, marketing, and those supporting functions. So if anyone is interested, just welcome to join NEIWAI.
Could you share more about how your expansion to the US market has been?
Actually, we tapped into the US market almost 3 years ago, but that was COVID. So at the very beginning, we planned to open a retail flagship store in Silicon Valley, but the COVID just hit. And then we started our own D2C online website, which is brand.com, to serve the international customers. So in the past 2 years, I think last year was our first year in US market. As a D2C brand, we grew really fast. Now we are shipping to 36 countries all over the world. And interestingly, Singapore is actually one of the top 5 countries to order the products from our international website. So that's also the reason why we think it's a good timing to open a retail store here from the Singapore and then Southeast Asia.
What I like about NEIWAI is not just about the bold message, it actually produces products that is comfortable and innovation is at its core. Could you share about the technology and innovation that goes into it, and what sets you apart from your competitors?
I think bra, especially like lingerie, like bra, it's most complicated manufacturing and techniques among all the apparel category, because all the women, every woman has the different sizes and a different body type. So we need some structure to help balance the comfort and supporting. So that's what we emphasize a lot, and we invest a lot in our R&D, in the fabric, in the fitting, in the structure. Now we have a lot of iconic pieces which can balance the comfort and supporting. So that's one of the most important technology in NEIWAI. And now we are expanding to the activewear category. So the sports bra is also one of our key category. We have the low, medium, high impact, different system of bras which can support women's performance during exercise. So that's the lingerie part. And I think one of the core competence for us is the fabric. We have a lot of very unique fabric. For example, for the wool cardigan, we collaborate with Laura Piana yarn family, and we use very delicate yarn to do our cardigan products. So that's quite interesting. And for in the past few years, we really care about sustainability. So we have a lot of innovative fabric. For example, we have Primaloft to replace the down jacket, because the down is not that sustainable. And Primaloft is kind of technology that can keep you warm, but it's also sustainable. And also we have the swimming wear that we use the recycled fishnet. So I love that material. We innovated with an Italian supplier, so that's what customer like about us. And I think one more interesting thing that we have the first reusable panty called Panty Pro for the period. So I think we did a lot of sustainable footprint in the past few years. That's what we invest in R&D part.
I've noticed you also have a product line for men and kids. Is that a new segment which you are pursuing? And do you think that men in general are equally drawn to that message of body inclusivity?
Actually, it's interesting that many men, they support our value in the modern society. So I think that's a good thing, and that's a good trend. But one thing that we do, we create men's lingerie and loungewear is because the most key decision maker of buying these things are actually female. So the women, our customer, they usually buy for their husband, their boyfriend, even their fathers and their families. So we just create such a product portfolio for women can buy for their beloved.
We have also seen a boom in direct-to-consumer brands. Some brands such as NEIWAI have done extremely well, but there are actually some that has failed to perform. From your experience, what do you think is the winning combination for any direct-to-consumer brand?
One difference between D2C brand with other brands is that we understand customer better. Because we got a lot of consumer data from our channel, no matter it's online or offline, we know exactly who they are and what they like. So that's why we want to keep NEIWAI as a D2C brand. We don't have a lot of wholesale. We don't have a lot of distributor. We self-operated and self-owned most of our online and offline websites and also retail store. So I think understanding customer, because customer is changing so fastly in this society, that their lifestyle change. Even before and after COVID, we can see the trend that people starting to work from home and they need some more comfortable but decent loungewear. And also for the activewear, they exercise more to keep them more healthy after COVID. So we can see that the different trends in the market. So as a brand, we have to capture that trend to design the products which are suitable for them at any time. So that's one of the reasons that we want to do as a D2C brand.
Being a female founder yourself, what are some challenges you have faced? And to a new generation of female entrepreneurs, what are some advice you would give?
Actually, I see more and more female entrepreneurs in this society. I think no matter it's China or Southeast Asia or global-wise, I think that's the good trend. Especially for the consumer brands, I actually see a lot of advantage of women's entrepreneur because we are more sensitive to the consumers changing and their trends. And especially for branding, there are a lot of aesthetics. So we care about how we present our brand. So actually, I see a lot of advantage for women's entrepreneur. For challenge, I think I don't see there's any difference between men and women because all the founders are very we'll face the challenging situation almost every day and make tough decisions. So I think that's the same for men and women.
Lastly, our final question for today. What is the vision of NEIWAI? And could you share some exciting developments for NEIWAI's next growth chapter?
I think NEIWAI aspire to provide an overall relaxing lifestyle, which can also improve the wellness of modern women. We are trying to accompany them no matter its ups and downs of life during the life stages. So now in the future, I think our vision is to become a global lifestyle brand of intimate apparel, including lingerie, loungewear, and also activewear. We see the big trend of modern women's needs in this category. And also in the future, I think we will keep investing in R&D and technology on this apparel. Though I think intimate apparel, many people think it's a traditional industry, but actually we see a lot of R&D and technology innovation opportunity in this. We'll definitely bring the better products and the better branding and the better service to our customers. So next year, we're going to open a few stores in Singapore. So we're looking forward to serve you in the future.